Hey guys, Rex here. I am in a rush to get this out before the sun hits the ground. But are you excited about this new supply chain situation that's coming around the corner? I heard they found another M1.7839 or whatever thing that's coming out of Africa now. So gonna have releasing more of the badgers over there. And so they're gonna have to shut down the supply chains again. That's gonna be awesome. So I'm looking forward to that one. I am. But we're gonna do a quick video. Hey, there's a wild animal in the back, so we'll have to deal with that for a minute. But I want to talk real quick about minutes of angle versus milliradians. This particular scope is the SH4 Gen 2 Arkin, but this one's in minutes of angle. You can see the numbers on here. See, like, I'm going to start off at 100 yards at 0, and let's say I got to shoot far, so I crank it up to however far that is. Whoa. 28.1. That'd be a little over 1,000 yards, my 243. With my AMAX 105 grain bullets at 2,971 feet a second. On a cold day, this is how much dope I'll have to dial in. So that's what that is. It's in units of measurement based on degrees, right? And so also the reticle in some of these scopes match the turrets. So this is in the units of minutes of angle. Oh, look at that. And the reticle also is in minutes of angle on this one. But there's other scopes like mils on the turrets, which is usually, 0.1, 0.2, all the way up to 1, and then it starts over, going back with the mill-based reticle system. And so what's my preference? And people ask me that all the time, like, Rex, I'm going to get a scope for somebody, and, like, I don't know what's the best deal. So here's my opinion on mils versus minutes. This is my personal opinion. This is not exactly the way it has to be for everybody. But, if I'm using my 243, hey, what's up, critter? If I'm using my 243 with 105 grain AMAXs, I memorized my dope for over 20 years for that cartridge and load in units of minutes of angle. So I'm going to use minutes of angle. If I'm using a 6.5 Creedmoor, hey, are you going to be okay? You want to go swim in the lake? You want to go swimming? Catch a fishy? Yeah, and catch a fish, yeah. You going to catch a fish? Yeah, see your dinosaur stickers right here, look. But if I'm shooting a 6.5 Creedmoor, I'm going to use mils because that's what I memorized for that cartridge. I might want to go for a drive. Will that be fun for you? Look at the trees. See? Oh, look at the trees. Sorry, guys. I really don't have time to stop and edit that out. So, but my opinion is use what makes sense to you. Because if you got experience on one or the other, that's going to be more important than the actual trigonometric difference between the two. Some guys would argue based one way or the other. I do not argue. Whatever makes sense to your brain based on your experience, you use. Or if you need logistical, or if you need compatibility with other guys that are running other equipment, like if you're not all by yourself and you're like in a military or a police context, then I would use whatever they're using so that you can all talk to each other. It's to enhance communication at that point. But if it's just like you're starting from scratch and it doesn't matter, and you're not really going to be operating with a group and you got a totally free choice and you're not invested into one or the other yet, mils is kind of the general way of the future, I suppose. But minutes are fine too. Some guys will say, oh, Rex, minutes are way finer than mils. Okay, so what they're talking about is because they're based on different systems of angular measurement, mils being radians, chopped up into 1,000 pieces for a mil radian, or minutes of angle being degrees, a degree of arc being chopped up into 60 pieces being 1 minute of arc. They're going to say, well, if you figure that out for the clicks, because there's 4 clicks per minute of angle and there's 10 clicks per milliradian, the minutes of angle are actually finer. So if you're trying to really shoot stuff really, really small, then that's better. Okay, that's technically true, but here's the proportions, guys. At 1,000 yards, that's far if you haven't ever shot it. Okay, pretty far. Like you have to pay attention once you're doing it at 1,000 yards, right? 1 click on a Milrad scope is this much right here. That's how much 1 click. So if you go 2 clicks, it's that much. 1 click, 2 clicks, You can't do half a click. This is like push into it or blow on the side of the turret and try to get it to turn. Not going to work out so good, right? But there's your values right there. So if you look at a minute of angle, here's your click. So mils, minutes. Mils, minutes. Yes, minutes. A 1/4 minute of angle click at 1,000 yards is this big, but a 1/10 milliradian click is this big. So the difference is this much. See what I'm doing here? That's the difference. Do you know anyone besides Rex who can hold this steady at 1,000 yards every time? Or even see that much to hold steady? I shoot water bottles for fun and clay pigeons past 1,000 yards. That's like my shtick. That's what I do to make everyone, woo, that was pretty cool, Rex. Doesn't make a difference at all. Like the difference between mils and the difference between minutes of angle, zero difference. Shooting like this coffee cup in half at 1,000 yards. You're gonna favor a little bit into it or one way or the other if it's windage or you know, if you can keep track of your muzzle velocity variation that close to know that, oh man, you know, like I need to click, I need that this much extra, you know, precision rather than here being here. Not realistic, not really going to be that big of a difference. So if you can dial the number to wherever the bullet lands, that's the objective. And whatever system makes sense in your brain to expedite that process and make it easy to remember what you're doing, that's going to be the ticket. Oh, by the way, I got to show you this. These are in stock again. The Arkin SH4 Gen 2s are really, really, really good for the money. Like, really good deal. And if you're looking for something less than $500, there's nothing, in my opinion, yet that even close to competes with those things in terms of performance and what they have. You're not going to get more scope for like $399. I use $4,000, $3,000 scopes all the time. And these are, in terms of function, graduate, like mathematically, not my feelings, but in terms of like tracking graduation precision, they're both, you can't discern the tracking error on like a German Wetzlar, you know, controlled scope versus this thing. That's not how it used to be. If just even a year or two ago, that's not how it used to be. But the technology has caught up. So check it out. I'll leave a link for that as well too. And yeah, there's a park. Look at that slide. You want to go on the slide? All right, I'm going to go down the slide now. But thought I'd share that with you. Doesn't matter, whatever your preference is, minutes of angle, whatever reticle you like, whatever makes sense, whatever your charts are for, get that system. And then, yeah, if you're looking for a scope for somebody who you know is looking for a scope like that, I'll leave a link for that too. All right, rock and roll, Rex out.